Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. As the title suggests, selling £1 million worth of gold coins and 5 lessons I learned. Today I'm going to be going through 5 things I learned from selling £1 million plus. The reality is I've actually sold close to 2. I think $1 million's been done in the last 18 months, give or take. You know, I've been a very busy boy. I also do sell silver and I also sell postage stamps. So there are other things to take into consideration. Now, the 5 things I've learned these through experience. I've learned through messing up. I've learned through my successes, and I thought it's kind of important to share with my viewership. I try and keep it as real as possible. I can't always share everything, as this feeds me. This is my business. But I try and be as transparent as possible. So let's get into it. Point number 1, or lesson number 1. Money is made on the buy side and not the sell side. This is very important. Anyone can sell coins. Anyone. It's very, very simple. I saw a new trader the other day. He sold a 2009 Q Garden, 50 pence. Of course he's going to sell it. You know, but what did he buy it for? You know, today's market is going to cost you 170, 180 pound for one of those coins. So he's probably got that coin for free. That's all I'm saying. He's also throwing away an opportunity. I always use the example for this point. Anyone can sell a pound coin for 90 pence. Can you buy a pound coin for less than £1? Now, the truth is, I have in the past. I bought a pound coin. I bought pound coins at 50 pence, 60 pence, 70 pence. I've even exchanged pound coins from European friends at a mate's rate. I think it was 95 pence on the pound. And he sent them to me, I cashed him in and paid him and kept 5% for myself. Do you have, as an individual, the comprehension to kind of seek out the opportunities where there's no opportunity for the other person? Now, when I say money's made on the buy side, you make it by providing solutions for other people. Now, when I was buying pound coins for 50, 60, 70 pence, I was in Australia. There was nothing they could do with it. So for me, it was very simple. I put them in a bag, put them in my pocket and flew them home. Cashed them in, doubled up on some of them. How many people can do that? How many people can kind of build the connections to profit on something as simple as that? Now, when you're making money on the buy side, you're going to need experience and you're going to need to understand the fundamentals of the market. Now, from this experience and from this knowledge, you're going to understand that learning to say no is going to save you a lot of aggro. I say no a lot of times. I say no more than I say yes. And that never used to be the case. There was times where I'd be working, or I'd make such a tiny amount for such an outlay and the work just wasn't worth it. It took me a long time and a lot of experience to get to that point where it's like, actually, I value me, I value my time. And this is important. It's an important transition when you start selling coins and when you start buying. When I buy something, I'm thinking, how long am I going to be sitting on it? You know, as a business, I make money on the spread straight away. But how long am I going to be sitting on it? I don't mind spending £11,000, as I did the other day, if I'm going to make £400, if that's a couple of days' work. Not a problem. How many people will get out of bed for 3%? Most people wouldn't. But if someone says to me, I want to sell you this, and I'm thinking, that might take me a year to sell, I want 50% on it if it's taking a year, because I'm parking money for no reason. So you got to learn what the prices are, and you got to learn to say no. And some people won't be able to sell to you when you say what you're willing to pay. And some people will say, well, actually, I bought it ages ago, I'm actually making money in it. Or maybe they've got an opportunity, like the other day, where a business opportunity's come up and they can potentially make more, so don't mind selling for a bit of a loss. That's okay. Point number 2, supply network is key. This one is very, very important. So I break it down into 4 parts. I've got individuals who come to me. Now, this is sporadic at best. I kind of trust the process by now that every once in a while I'm going to have a big deal. So sometimes I can have a £20,000, £25,000 collection come in. It's not often, maybe once or twice a year. but that's going to look after me. So I don't have to worry about the other side. I don't have to worry about a consistent flow of coins coming in when I trust the process, and I've been there and I've done it and I've gained experience and I've been in the game long enough to know that it's going to happen. Now, a lot of customers might come and say, oh, I've got 10 sovereigns or whatnot, and that's okay. Part two, I've got my supplier network. I've diversified this because I don't want to be at the mercy of one supplier. If I use probably 6 or 7 different suppliers, and they specialize in different things. Some of them are very good at bullion, some of them are very good at, say, silver. I kind of moved away from that. Some of them are very good at your more collectible coins. Not a problem. The supplier network is very important if you want to be able to consistently buy. That's not a problem. Part number 3 is auctions. So I recently used auctions before. When I said in point 1, money's made in the buying, this one's really important because you've got to have both the experience and the knowledge to make split-second decisions on whether something's going to make money or not. Now, I'm at the point I can do that. I don't have a problem. I can look at an auction and I can let things go on the spot, or I can bid on them knowing that someone else has missed an opportunity. There's actually occasions where I bought gold coins in and doubled up at auction. Very important. Very, very important if you want to grow the business or grow your business, or you want to get ahead in terms of your stack. It doesn't have to be in a business point, a business sense, but you can pick up some real bargains at auction. And prong number 4 of supplier network is a snipe from other dealers. Now, these opportunities are becoming harder and harder to get. That's okay. There was a time where I was probably making an income or a side income just from picking the pockets of other dealers. I don't think they liked it too much. They've all put their prices up. It is what it is. I'm not going to say it's down to me. There's probably many people that do it, but I was prolific at one point. I think one of the main London dealers, they used to sell for 3% over on small gold. Every time it popped up, I was buying it. I was flipping it. It was good. It was a good way to make a living. But back then, my business was totally different. Now, in terms of the supplier network, you've got to you have to rely on them, but you're not allowed to give them too much power because they can use that against you. So I've had it in the past where I've dropped suppliers. I've had it in the past where suppliers have dropped me. You've always got to be able to have an out, and that's why I use those 4 prongs. Point number 3, diversification is key. So in terms of diversification, if you're just going to sell bullion, it's a very hard slog. You've got to have a good mind for bullion, international. I make money on international. That works well for me. Silver, semi-numi, numismatic. You've got to understand a lot. In some cases, people understand ancients or hammered or milled. It's the coin world is very diversified, and you've got to understand fundamentally a few of these markets. You can't just do it in one market. So for me, I know international, I know bullion, I know silver, I know semi-numi, and that's enough for me. Do I know do I know ancient coins? No, I don't. Do I know the numismatic market? I know my way around, but not really. And this is okay. But to really turn things over, you've got to have something that will always move because it covers your risk. If the market price is down, your semi-numi is going to hold its price. If the bullion market is up, so the spot price is up, your semi-numi is not going to do so well, but you can get rid of your bullion. So as an individual buyer or collector, you do have to diversify, because not only does it expand your options in terms of selling when markets change, it's also gonna potentially make you more money, which is counterintuitive for what diversification should do. That's just my 2 pence. If anyone wants to tell me otherwise, you're more than welcome to. Point number 4, stay in your lane. So I hear people talk about things they have no business talking about. When it concerns coins, if I don't know something, I say I don't know. If someone comes to me and I give them a baseline price because I don't know what it is, and then they come back to me saying, well, actually, you sold that coin sold at auction for double or whatever. It makes me look bad. So I just say I don't know. I know what I'm good at. I know how to price a lot of coins. I know when to move things up the value curve. I know which coins not to touch because I know nothing about it. So I stay true to what I'm good at. I will occasionally get things in because I think they're cool, but I don't know much about them. I bought a silver denarius. I have no idea if I overpaid or underpaid. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I bought it because it was cool. I didn't buy it really to trade. I haven't really put it up for sale since I bought it. I just liked it. It was just super cool. Now, when I say stay in your lane, that's not really a dig. It's just saying that if you stick to what you know, you can occasionally buy things you don't know and increase your knowledge base by then. But you're never going to know everything. I've been in this game a long time. I've been collecting coins since I was a kid. So we're talking maybe 25 years I've been interested in coins. I'm only 32 years old. And it's, you just can't know everything. I could be in the game another 25 years and I couldn't tell you about hammered coins. It doesn't interest me. But what I can tell you about is what I know. And that's what I mean by stay in your lane, because it's going to save your ass. Now, the last point I wish to make is you need to understand that there's levels. Even though I've sold £1 million, £2 million worth of coins, whatever the number is, that doesn't make me better or lesser than someone who has sold less or someone who has sold more. The truth is, I want to do business with people who are capable. You can be capable, be semi-retired and selling £50,000 worth of coins a year, or you can be capable and be moving £1 million worth of coins a month. What you move and what you make doesn't really define you as a trader, and you need to stay down to earth. You just trade within your level. Now, since I started, I've leveled up a lot. You can see from my original videos the types of coins I get in then compared to the types of coins I get in now, and the amount of money I make as a trader now compared to the amount of money I make as a trader then. Now, I can honestly tell you that my very first year, I hit a certain amount. It was probably minimum wage for the year. And this is what I mean in terms of levels. I just started, I was still learning, I was trading, and I was doing okay, and I made enough to get by. Now, last year, I had 2 months that made exactly the same amount as that entire year. But I learned, I grafted, I built, and I'm at a different level now compared to where I was at, but we all kind of are a cog in this machine. So I will deal with someone who wants to buy, say, one Britannia. Sometimes people come up to me and they say, oh, it's not really worth your time. But to me, it's not really the point. It doesn't matter if you want one Britannia or you want a monster box, if I have it in stock. For me, I like interacting with people who are trying to save money or invest money for their future. I have no problem dealing with one or the other. Is one more profitable? Yes. It doesn't mean because someone puts less money in my bank account that they're less worthy to deal with me. It's just they're on a different level as a buyer as someone who's further up the scale. And it's the same in business. You'll go further and further up the ladder, so to speak. You'll be on different levels. Anyway, they are the 5 things I've learned. I hope you take something from this, whoever's watching this. And I wish you nothing but nice things. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.